Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. The first review outside of 2011. Well, not counting those ones I did in the winter, ironically. Continuing with Founders quote-unquote week, this is their dry hopped pale ale, 5.4% alcohol by volume, and it's only 35 IBUs. It's not a super hot day out. In fact, it's a little chilly, a little breezy. So I'm not expecting this or wanting it to be refreshing. I'm just wanting a nice, good pale ale. Let me use my Chad's Beer Reviews tumbler. I haven't used this in a long time. Let's see how this thing turns out here. Yeah, not much of a head on there. Thought I poured it aggressively enough. That's very hazy for a pale ale. Did it say unfiltered? Or bottle condition? I don't know. Not even Sierra Nevada is that hazy, but yeah, I mean that's just straight up the color of like peach fuzz. I can't even see the camera through it. I can see lots of carbonation though. The head is kind of white, soapy, just like kind of a thin coating. Maybe I can regenerate this once we get into it. It smells a little citrusy. It's not as aromatic as the Centennial IPA I had yesterday, but gets a little bit of orange in there, almost more of like orange juice, and instead of just any kind of citrusy kind of bouquet or whatever. So let's give it a shot here. Yeah, it's a lot more crisp than the Centennial IPA. It's almost, I wouldn't call it fizzy in the mouth, it's just nice crispness. Crispness, not Christmas. It's a kind of dry hopped, well, dry hop is for aroma, not taste. But like kind of like a dry hop from start to finish, not as intense as the Centennial IPA though. Yeah, just like a sharp bitterness, almost kind of tart in a way. Get a little bit of that kind of orange juice in the flavor that I talked about in the aroma. Almost kind of like that orange sherbet that you tend to get in a lot of IPAs, like English style IPAs. Goes down really smooth. Seems to be on the very low end of medium bodied. You know, it feels kind of thin in the mouth, it's crisp, it's not fizzy. It's not like a lager or anything. Drinkability on it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's noticeably dry from beginning to end, but it's extremely tolerable. I get like a noticeable kind of like sour tang in this. It's very strange. You don't tend to get that in pale ales. I just noticed this says bottle 07 / it looks like 10, but it's kind of smeared, so it might be 0711. So I don't know if this was bottled in July of last year or if it means it's going to expire in July of this year. Yeah, that's weird. And of course, there's a code on the bottom of the bottle. I hate that. Just like a message to all brewers, just please put the freshness date in plain English. Like just drink by month of this year or whatever. That's the easiest way to go. Not much else to say about this. I think we've covered it all. It's slightly citrusy, kind of florally, very noticeably dry, sharp, touch of sour tang in the palate, crisp mouthfeel, kind of thin, but goes down pretty smooth. Hops don't really linger here, not nearly as much as the Centennial IPA, but it's a nice drinkable beer. Be great with snacks or something. I probably wouldn't session this, even though it's only 5.4 ABV. It's it's a little too sharp to drink more than a few at a time, or one at a time. But yeah, so no break needed. I'm gonna give the Founders Dry Hop Pale Ale, I'm gonna give this a solid 7. On the lower end of 7, almost kind of like a 6.5, because that sour tang is it's unexpected, and it's like I can tolerate it, but it's still a little kind of annoying, for lack of a better word. So, but yeah, I mean, it's a good beer. I'm just kind of surprised that, like if I was drinking this blind, I wouldn't think this was a Founders beer. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 for Founders Pale Ale. That does it for this episode. We still got 2 more Founders beers to go, so stick around for those. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.